making sure all the equipment is prepared for game day and practices. Just making sure we're at a high level here at FAMU, and we just take care of the student athletes, making sure they look good, they play good, and they have what they need. Um, and like I said, we take care of each sport equally, and we make sure everybody's in uniform and have what they need to compete at the highest level.
Thank you for tuning in. We're getting ready to watch the men's basketball game. They should be tipping off here soon. And once they do, I'll go ahead and start that particular stream. If you're just now tuning in, I'm getting ready to go over the men's stats. Um, I know that Jackson State has had quite an interesting season for the men's team. A lot of, I would say, probably 90% of Jackson State Tigers on the men's basketball side, many of their games ended in like probably within the last 30 seconds. It determined on whether or not a person was going, or excuse me, Jackson State was going to win or lose. So, and let me go ahead and tune into the stream. Let's go over the men's stats, cuz I I think I've had probably almost had a heart attack about 3 or 4 different games. Um let's see. statistics. Let's look at the men's side. So right now, overall, they're 7-17 overall. That's their overall record, and they're 6-5 in the conference. And sheesh. I mean, for them, I think it's more so about when they have a lead in the first half, and then I don't know what happens in the second half. They seem to always give away the game in the second half. Like, it's ridiculous how many times they're up by, sometimes even by double digits, and they end up losing the game. Hmm. So I basically what I want to see, because FAMU's team is not that good either. So it's kind of like, I'm not going to say it's the battle of the bad teams, but what I want to see for the men's basketball team, I would like to see them be able to take this win. We're actually not too bad, too far off actually. We'll be going over the SWAC and MEAC standings, of course, tonight in our Saturday Night Live recap show. But if you see, Jackson State is right there. Alcorn is number 1, which is surprising to me. But right behind them is Grambling State, Southern, Arkansas Pine Bluff, which we, by the way, just beat in that double overtime game at Jackson State. And then Jackson State. So Jackson State and Arkansas Pine Bluff are neck and neck right now. And then, so we're basically in 4th place right now. So what I would like to see is the teams being able to, if you get a lead, you have to keep it. Like, it's a no-brainer. You got to keep these leads. Like, it's ridiculous at this point that Jackson State gets these double-digit leads, and then all of a sudden you look away from the screen and they're losing by 2 and 3 points. So, and FAMU, I'm sure they're going to play hard at home, but it would be good if Jackson State can bring a win out. Florida A&M is 3-8 in the conference and 5-17 overall. So basically, if you are not able to pull this win out handedly, what does that say about Jackson State's basketball team? If you can't, they're at the bottom of the barrel. Right above Mississippi Valley State is Florida A&M. Jackson State is in the middle of the pack. You need to be able to go on the road and bring out the win, especially if we're talking about the possibility of competing in the SWAC tournament. So this is a big game for Jackson State, mainly because FAMU is abysmal. Let's see. They won versus Edward Waters. And they beat Albany State University. For the most part, all of these games, they were really close in Grambling earlier this year. They got whooped by Southern. Southern's like in first place, and it's not even close. Let's see.
+1718 308 538.
Hats off to Florida A&M. I thought they played extremely hard.
For them just to have 7 players dressed out, I thought they took it to us. They rebounded the ball well, and they challenged us. They challenged our players, and we came out flat again. And I'm trying to coach us to not come out flat, to have great starts and great finishes. But nevertheless, the signs of a good team is when you can find a way. And that's what we did. We had to go with a smaller lineup, a lineup that had a little bit more energy, and just to bring a little bit more energy on the defensive end. But other than that, we had to turn it up defensively. We know that we have to play better basketball going into Bethune, because Bethune is number 2 in the conference and they're a much better team.
Well, Coach, if there is some concern about your team, I guess, would be Martino. She was 0 for 5 from the floor. Is she okay, or is it just these venues here?
Yeah, just lack of energy. And once I get on them, sometimes they don't recover. Some do, some don't, unfortunately. And today she didn't recover. Today she didn't recover. However, she understands what today was. She understands what she has to do better. And so we have put another challenge on the table for her to come out and give us a little bit more. That was the challenge for the entire team. Elizabeth Martino, Keshana Luckett, and Deja Woodard, I challenged them to give a little bit more. And so they understand what the challenge is, and I think they're going to answer it in our next game.
And Tilly Bowler continues to play well for you, Coach.
She does. I'm really proud of her. She's a game changer. She's got a lot of confidence right now. She does a great job at attacking the basket. Tilly is one of those players when her outside shot doesn't fall, she's still going to attack and get to the rim and rebound. Those are things that we can control. And I tell the team all the time, do what you can control, and you'll come out on top every time. And Tilly is one of those players who can make adjustments. And I just love what she's bringing to the floor.
Well, Coach, as I was sitting here, announcing the game, you're getting closer and closer to that magic number to clinching your conference. Do you talk about that at all, or is that a concern for you right now?
I haven't even thought about it. And I don't know if the players have really thought about it at all, because we just have so many areas that we're trying to focus on improving in. And I think that's been our main thought, and at the top of our minds, improving, and improving. One of the areas we want to improve in is take care of the ball, and rebound the ball better. So we really don't look at it, but that is good to know.
All right, talking with Coach Tamika Reed, Jackson State extending their winning streak to 8 in a row on the ladies' side, and they'll play Bethune-Cookman on Monday night. Coach, best of luck to you. Anything else you'd like to add?
Thank you so much, Rob, and we're going to need it. Prayers going down to Bethune, and prayers for our guys coming in here against FAMU, that we get it done today. Go Tigers.
All right, we'll take a 1-minute break and come back with the start of game number 2. This is the Tigers Sports Network.
JSU welcomes Porter's Insurance as a proud sponsor of JSU Athletics. For all of your insurance.
Thank you for tuning in. This is the Jackson State versus FAMU basketball stream, where we're going to basically watch the game and talk about the the players, how they're playing, how the defense is going, what they need to work on with regards to offense. As I stated earlier, Jackson State is in the middle of the pack as far as the standings. So when I took a look at the standings for Jackson State and the standings for Florida A&M, Florida A&M is at the bottom of the barrel. So what do we want to see? We want to see dominance. Even though you are on the road, it is important for Jackson State to be dominant. And the reason for that is because we have, of course, the SWAC tournament coming up. That's not going to be at home. So you're going to need to be able to pull off a big win, which of course this would definitely be a big win after that double overtime win against Arkansas Pine Bluff. As the standings go right now, Alcorn State is in first place with 9-2. Grambling State is 8-3. Southern is 8-3. And we have some matchups probably today with those top 4 that's going to determine on what the rankings are. So this win right here could possibly be help Jackson State to get into maybe third place possibly. So if you're just now tuning in, please don't forget to like the stream. And here we go.
Ramel Mansell.
Absolutely. He's a transfer from Long Beach State. 6'9" kid, very active in the paint.
19 minutes, 28 seconds remaining here in the first half as we're just underway as the Florida A&M Rattlers are taking on the Jackson State men's basketball team. As the Rattlers and Jackson State faced each other a couple of weeks ago, a 1-point win by Jackson State. So the Rattlers definitely looking to get a win here at home today. 19 minutes, 4 seconds remaining in the first half. Jackson State 2, Florida A&M 0. Guys, your assessment on the Rattlers season up to this point?
Well, struggled early, no doubt about it. When you have so many new pieces, it's really hard to gel on both ends of the floor. But I've seen certainly signs of life here in the last 3 to 4 ball games for FAMU.
On the play, they're going to call an infraction against Florida A&M. 18 minutes and 35 seconds remaining here in the first half, just underway. Jackson State up 2-0 as they pulled ahead on a basket by Ramel Mansell. He's a 6'9", 215-pound junior out of Los Angeles, California. Rattlers extend the full court pressure early in this basketball game.
You know, one of the things Ray mentioned is we need the crowd. We need to take advantage of playing at home, having the crowd. He got the baddest band in the land in the stands. They need to make some noise and cheer these fellas on.
8. Rattlers in there, man-to-man, patented. That's Coach McCullum's staple. That's what we play defensively.
Rattlers get the turnover, and they're going to run. Marin at the top of the key. He's going to score the basketball as he's hit, and the ball goes out of bounds. Rattlers will retain possession of the basketball with 18 minutes and 2 seconds remaining. Now, guys, the Rattlers have been getting scoring from different points. The leading scorer is Jordan Tillman. Byron Smith is averaging 9.3 points per game. And then Marin comes in averaging 9.1 points per game. So the Rattlers are going to look to get scoring from multiple positions in this game.
Absolutely. That's what Coach McCullum stresses. He wants balance on offense, and that's what we're looking for here this afternoon.
3 launched. 3 good by Jackson State as they knock down the 3. That was Ken Evans, a guard, 6'4", out of Jackson, Mississippi. He went to Forest Hill High School. 17 minutes, 16 seconds remaining in the first half. Jackson State has pushed to a 5-0 lead here in the Al Lawson Center. Another 3 launched, another 3 good, as Jackson State behind Ken Evans Jr., they're lighting it up from the outside.
Hey, they're getting off to a great start, a great shooting basketball team, and the Rattlers can't let this thing get away too early.
16 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the first half. Jackson State 8, Florida A&M 0. Bates shoots a 3, rebounded by Jackson State. They're going to attack the Rattlers down low and look to make something happen on their offense. Jackson State has come out and they've connected on all of the shots that they've taken tonight.
Again, another slow start for the Rattlers offensively. We played 3.5 minutes and have not scored.
Mansell from 3 misses. Rebound is going to be corralled there by Jalen Bates as the Rattlers push the ball. That's going to be stolen by Mansell, and he's going to look to score the basketball as he slows this ball down, and Jackson State sets up their offense.
Terrible decision there by Tillman.
Another 3-pointer.
That one by Cody Young.
Might want to call a timeout.
The Rattlers do call timeout with 15 minutes and 53 seconds remaining in the first half. Jackson State has come out and surged to an 11-0 lead. You're in tune to the Rattler Sports Network, presented by Visit.
As long as it works and makes sense, we can get it done. Well, I know I got Ken Lewis doing it with me doing home games and away. I know you're very busy, Coach.
Oh, yeah. Now listen, I can't compete with the judge now. I cannot compete with Mr. Lewis. That is a great guy. I cannot compete with him.
Judge is a great guy. You're exactly right. Jackson State trying to get it to Mansell, stolen away by Issa. Here's Noah.
That was a great post-up box, but we got to meet that pass. We got to make sure we meet that pass. When we meet that pass, we probably end up with a bucket right there. But that was a great way to get back in transition, get the ball stopped, and force them to take a tough shot.
Ball went out of bounds. Last touch by the blue and white. It will be FAMU's basketball as they will inbound along the baseline. They get it into Jalen Bates. Bates in the lane. Now kicks it back out to Noah. 19 to shoot. For the Rattlers, here's a three-pointer. It's in and out. No good. Rebounded by JSU.
That's a good, strong rebound. Now we got to sprint the floor. Everybody's sprinting. Now we're creating habits. We're creating good habits early on in this game, finding success with it.
Chase down low to Mansell, but he's back to the basket. Cross-court pass. Three-point attempt. It is good.
That's a great skip. Anytime you can go into the post and look opposite, that skip pass 9 times out of 10 will always be there.
Jackson State with a 5-0 lead as they open this ball game against the Rattlers. JSU beat this team by 1 point back in Jackson.
Shots, hitting 4 of 7 from three-point land, and up by 11-0. Rattlers 0 for 4 from the field and 0 for 2 from three-point land. The ball is going in and out on the Rattlers. So we're getting a good shot, getting a good look, just not knocking the shot down.
Gotten good looks, as you said, Al. Just need to see one go in, and I think we'll be fine.
15 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the first half. Again, Jackson State up 11-0 on Florida A&M as they come in and hit 3 3-pointers to extend their lead to 11-0. Big shot by Byron Smith to get the Rattlers on the board.
Yeah, Ray called it. We just need to see one go in. Now we got it figured out now.
Yes. We're ready to go, guys. We're ready to go.
Byron had a huge day last Saturday at Texas Southern, propelling the Rattlers to victory in Houston.
15 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the first half. Jackson State 11, Florida A&M 2, 3 by Jackson State. It's going to be corralled by Smith, and he's facing pressure from Jackson State. Gets the ball out to Tillman. Tillman over the Byron Smith as he looks to score the basketball, and he turns and he looks pass down low to Tillman. Nice pass play for the Rattlers.
Nice pass there by Hans Louise Jean.
14 minutes, 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Jackson State 11, Florida A&M 4. We're here at the Al Lawson Center in Tallahassee, Florida, in a key Southwestern Athletic Conference matchup, and a nice score down low by Zeke Cook.
Clearly an offensive foul there by Zeke Cook that was not called by the officials.
He actually pushed him down, literally, turn around and make the shot. I mean, Ray Charles could see that.
14 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the first half. Jackson State 13, FAMU 4. As Jackson State has come in and hit 3-pointers and taken control of the ball game early. Here's Tillman. Shot up, shot missed, rebounded down by the Tigers as they're looking to run the basketball. And they have no problem launching threes. Stolen by Smith.
Good job of getting into the passing lanes there.
13 minutes, 36 seconds remaining in the first half. Jackson State 13, FAMU 4. As Byron Smith turns and shoots and connects for Florida A&M.
Byron Smith's been the only offense thus far for the Rattlers. I'd like to see Dominguez Stevens at the scorer's table here real soon.
13 minutes, 12 seconds remaining in the first half. Rattlers get a score from Byron Smith as the Jackson State Tigers up 13-6 over Florida A&M. Drive down the middle, shot up, shot miss. Manziel with the rebound, and he scores for Jackson State.
That's a tough matchup there for Hans. He's given up probably 5 inches in height to Manziel.
Manziel 6'9", 215 junior out of L.A. He raises those arms. He's about 7 feet, man.
12 minutes, 36 seconds remaining in the first half. Jackson State 15, Florida A&M 6. I'm Melvin Beal here along with Albert Chester and Ray Matthews Jr. as the Rattler men are looking to get a win against Jackson State. Double dribble called on the play. And at 12 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the first half, mass substitutions in by Florida A&M as the Rattlers looking to shore up their offense against this Jackson State Tiger team who surged to a 15-6 lead here in the first half.
Mo Williams is in his first year as the head coach at Jackson State. Expecting big things out of him.
Mo Williams played in the NBA for 13 years. He's a native of Jackson, Mississippi, and he's come back to lead these Tigers after a short stint at Alabama State. He has the Tigers playing well as they come in as the number 5 team in the conference. And guys, we talked about the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Got to have the top 8 in there, and Florida A&M would literally have to win the rest of their games to get into that tournament.
Well, I mean, I don't know that we've got to win all of them. We've got to win the vast majority, and it's got to start today.
Yes.
And we're going to need some help. We're going to need some help. Can't throw the ball away. Good defense by the Rattlers.
Great
hustle.
defense.
Good hustle by Bates here to get back.
Bates is a jumping machine, I tell you that.
11 minutes, 36 seconds remaining in the half. Jackson State 15, FAMU 6. Three-pointer launch. Three-pointer good. Knocked down in there by Chase Adams, a point guard, 5'8", 144-pound junior out of Chicago, Illinois.
Tigers have knocked down their early open jumpers as they go switch to a 2-3 zone defense.
Smith with a 3. Jalen Bates with the follow on there.
Hey, I told you he can jump out the gym, man. He can jump.
Big time offensive putback there by Mr. Bates.
Hey, he carried the ball.
10 minutes, 49 seconds remaining in the first half. Jackson State 18, Florida A&M 8 after a monster dunk. Follow up by Jalen Bates. There's going to be a call on the floor against one of the Rattlers as Jackson State will visit the line. Looks like there's going to be a timeout. A timeout on the floor with 10 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the first half. Jackson State 18, Florida A&M 8. You're in tune to the Rattler Sports Network, presented by Visit Tallahassee. We'll be back in a moment.
On the Rattlers. But, you know, that's one of the hardest calls for a referee to make is a block charge call. That's one of the hardest calls for them to make, and he did a good job on that one. Fam, you might not agree with it, but, hey, we love it for JSU, right?
Absolutely, Coach. 10:40 to go. Rob J. Coach Chase Campbell bringing you the play-by-play story here in Tallahassee. There's a timeout on the floor. We'll take a 1-minute break on the Tiger Sports Network.
Did you know that over 90% of small
to set up the offense.
The Tigers are content to stay in that 2-3 zone right now.
9 minutes, 58 seconds remaining. 3 taken, partially blocked. And here, Isa just lost that ball there, guys. I thought he was going to make something big happen. Rattlers fighting on the board. They're going to call this foul against Jackson State. Florida A&M will gain possession of the basketball with 9 minutes and 43 seconds remaining.
I think that was on Trayon Johnson, the big center, 6'11", 285. I tell you, he looks like a real grown man.
Yes, yes.
I mean, like the guys Ray talked about a couple of weeks ago, real grown. Looks like an NFL tackle.
Good box out there by Bates to get the call, the over-the-back call there.
9 minutes, 38 seconds remaining in the first half. Jackson State 19, Florida A&M 8. As the Rattlers look to get something going on offense. Tillman to Isa. Isa knocks down. Did he hit that shot?
No, it was all net.
All net.
Had a good look, though.
From the top of the key. 9 minutes, 17 seconds remaining in the first half. Jackson State 19, Florida A&M 8 in this key Southwestern Athletic Conference matchup. Guys, what are you seeing from Florida A&M early?
Well, I'm seeing that we have 8 points in 11 minutes of basketball.
Yeah.
That's not good. You can't beat anybody if you can't generate any more offense than that. And so far, it's been a struggle. One of our better offensive players, Dominguez Stevens, has not entered the ball game yet. I don't know what the situation is there, but we're going to have to put some points on the board if we're going to get back in this thing.
Rattlers right now shooting 4-13 from the field, 30%, and 0 for 4 from three-point land.
Wow. Jackson State off running the basketball again as they look to score the basketball. 3 launch. 3 good. Big shot in there by Cody Young. 6'2" guard out of Starkville, Mississippi. Went to Starkville High School, and they're filling it up from the threes, guys.
15 of their 22 points are from three-point land.
Amazing. 8 minutes, 14 seconds remaining in the first half. Jackson State 22, Florida A&M 8. As the Rattlers trying to get something going. Jalen Bates from 3 misses. Rebound down by Manziel, and here the Tigers are off running again.
Rattlers just unable to make anything here from the perimeter.
Only getting 1 shot at the basket, too.
That's true.
Yeah.
7 minutes, 47 seconds remaining in the first half. Jackson State 22, Florida A&M 8. As the Tigers have come out and really exploded for 15 points from 3 range. Manziel in there on a power move down low as the Tigers extend to a 24-8 lead.
Tell you what, I understand getting some poor officiating on the road, but at home, I expect to get a call. I mean, clearly Manziel pushed the defender off twice in that one drive.
Yeah, they're real physical inside, and Blue is not calling it.
And Coach McCullum's giving them an earful right now.
Yeah. That last basket for the Rattlers was Peyton Williams, a 6'7", 205-pound sophomore out of Tampa, Florida. The transfer of Lawson Community College. Another nice drive in there by this young man.
That was Tillman there on the bucket.
Nicely.
Rattlers extend the 3/4 court pressure.
6 minutes, 41 seconds remaining. Here's Manziel, and he's going to be partially blocked, and the Rattlers are off running right now.
All right, ref, let him play. Let him play.
Shot.
Boom.
3 missed. Fight by Byron Smith, who gets the rebound and takes it back up. And I think he was fouled by the Tigers.
Well, at least they call it on both ends of the court.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a horrible.
They're going to have to put on some helmets and shoulder pads if they're going to let them play like that, though.
With 6 minutes and 26 seconds remaining in the first half, Jackson State 24, Florida A&M 12. You're in tune to the Rattler Sports Network, presented by Visit Tallahassee. We'll be back in a moment.
Trust, loyalty, and commitment. It's the Tallahassee Police Department's core values that led me to join the force 7 years ago. My name is Officer Justin Hill. TPD is looking to hire individuals with a willingness to serve. We offer up to $11,000 in hiring bonuses, competitive salary, and benefits. Be the difference you want to see. Apply today online at talgov.com/join TPD.
OG Subs has been proud to call the Big Bend home for years. OG Subs offers the best subs, salads, and wraps in Tallahassee. Come check out our outrageously good subs available at the concession stands during your next visit to the Al Lawson Center. Or come visit us at our easy access location in the Onyx building across from Potbelly's. At OG Subs.
Honey teriyaki glaze with a cherry on top. Or in this case, an egg roll on the side. The Asian sensation salad.
In single digits. Come back and win this thing in the second half.
Manziel down low, and Jackson State is going to get a score in there as Jamarcus Jones scores for the Tigers.
He's 6'5", 203 senior. Transferred from Southern University.
Oh, wow. Southern University. We'll see them in a couple of weeks here at the Lawson Center. 5 minutes, 42 seconds remaining in the first half. Florida A&M have run into a buzzsaw. Another three launched by Jackson State. They're on the boards, and it looks like the Rattlers are going to gain possession of the ball at the 5 minute and 30-second mark.
I tell you what, it's interesting that neither of our two post players, Saeed Burnside nor Chase Bars, have played at all in the ball game, and I mean we're really getting beat up inside with the smaller lineup. I wonder if we'll see either of those two young men this afternoon.
5 minutes, 24 seconds remaining in the first half. Jackson State, behind some really good three-point shooting, has increased their lead as they steal another ball, and they're off running again as the Tigers look to increase their lead. 5 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the first half. Jackson State 26-14, three missed badly. And the ball is going to be recovered by Jalen Bates. Rattlers off running right now as Jordan Tillman gets the ball down to Peyton Williams. Jalen Bates from three misses. Rebound down by Manziel, and the Rattlers having a tough time putting the ball in the basket.
Yeah, I'm with Ray. I tell you what, when you got Domingo Stevens and Noah sitting on the bench, they're the best shooters we have. The purest shooters on this basketball team, and not to slight Bates at all, but he struggled here at home knocking down jumpers.
4 minutes, 26 seconds remaining. Jackson State gets a basket in there by Zeke Cook, 6'6", 220-pound sophomore out of Starkville, Mississippi, as the Tigers extend to a 28-14 lead over Florida A&M. Here's Byron Smith. Nice shot from the free throw area, and he knocks down the shot.
Again, he's been our only consistent offense in the first half.
3 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the first half. Florida A&M against Jackson State, the number 5 team in the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Jackson State 28, Florida A&M 16. As a timeout is being called on the floor with 3 minutes and 40 seconds remain first half. Jackson State 28, FAMU 16. You're in tune to the Rattler Sports Network.
Right there, way to settle down and get a good bucket right there. Great execution in the half court.
Jackson State extends to a 28-14 lead. That's the kind of lead I want the Chiefs to have tomorrow.
Now, they're going to have to work for it. If Mahomes' ankle is up for it and all his receivers are ready to go, it's going to be a really good game. I just wonder how much pressure the Eagles are going to get on their quarterback tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm worried about that too.
Yeah, man. They the last game they played, they knocked some quarterbacks out, right?
Oh, don't tell me that, Coach. Yeah, they sure did. Don't tell me that.
49ers lost all their quarterbacks.
They sure did.
Rob J, they called me. I told them I couldn't make it in time.
They should have called Kaepernick.
Man, they should have. They need to go and bring my boy back, man. Stop playing with it.
Ball goes out of bounds, and it'll go back to FAMU. Rob J, Coach Chase Campbell bringing you the play-by-play story with 3:40 to go here in the first half, and we have another timeout on the floor, and we'll take a 1-minute break as well. Jackson State 28, FAMU 16. This is the Tiger Sports Network.
Health has always been reactive, focused on fixing problems as they happen. But with Blue Primary Care, we're taking a proactive approach, working with you to help you understand your health and empowering you to be healthy. It's time to prioritize you, your health, and your life.
This is a really low scoring game, which I'm actually surprised that it's such a low scoring game.
Florida, we here at the Al Lawson Center, where the Florida A&M Rattlers are facing a Jackson State Tiger team that is extended to a 30-16 lead with 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first half. Gentlemen, they continue to pour it on.
Well, I'll tell you what, you look at the Rattlers of 16 points through 16 minutes of play. If you extrapolate that over a 40-minute game, you've only scored 4 points, and that's what we talked about at the beginning of the game. We needed to get to the 65 to 70 range to win, and right now we are well below that pace. And I really question the lineup that we have in the ball game, quite frankly. We've got to put some points on the board, and right now we've got one true scorer on the floor, and that's Byron Smith.
These Rattlers lost their top 7 players from last year, including the SWAC Player of the Year, MJ Randolph. This team is a completely new team. They have a couple of holdovers from last year, and they've struggled with consistency this year. But right now, guys, Rattlers are looking on the outside, looking in to try to make the tournament.
Yeah, we got to get that ball in the hoop. I see Noah getting ready to come in. One of the better shooters from the outside for sure. But keep in mind, Jackson State got off to a hot start with knocking down those threes.
Yes.
And it's tough when you're playing behind.
Byron Smith on the baseline, tied up there by several Tigers. He gets it out to Peyton Williams. Williams to Tillman. Tillman with a 3 to spark the Rattler offense.
There you go.
Good ball movement, that possession by FAMU.
2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the half. Pull-up jumper at the top of the key. Rebound in there by Peyton Williams. Rattlers looking to push the basketball as Byron Smith gets a shot up. Miss, going to be rebound down by the Tigers. They are off and running as Chase Adams will set the offense up for the Tigers. 2 minutes, 6 seconds remaining in the first half as Jackson State has extended to a 30-19 lead over Florida A&M.
Chase Adams, I tell you what, he's quick as a cat. He's the quarterback at point guard.
Shot up. Shot.
Tough
Good.
shot.
Zeke Cook with the turnaround jumper. 1 minute, 37 seconds remaining in the first half. Jackson State 32, Florida A&M 19. As the Rattlers looking to score from the corner. Shot miss. Rebound down by Mansell. And the Tigers are off running again. Nice pass down low by Chase Adams as they'll set up the offense. And a timeout has been called on the floor by Jackson State with 1 minute and 14 seconds remaining in the first half. Jackson State 32, Florida A&M 19. You're in tune to the Rattler Sports Network, presented to you by Visit Tallahassee.
Relax in Tallahassee at the Hampton Inn and Suites Capital University, located between FAMU and FSU, surrounded by many restaurants, shopping, and nightlife. Enjoy free Wi-Fi, free hot breakfast, and our clean, fresh Hampton beds. Enjoy a great value and experience Hamptonality. Visit Hampton.com next.
Turnaround shot is good at the buzzer.
That's how you know you're clicking on all cylinders. You can jump with your back to the basket, turn around, and knock it down.
Jackson State extends to a 32-19 lead over this team that they won by 1 back in Jackson. Here's another three-pointer for the Rattlers. It's off the side of the rim. No good. Rebound by Mansell. 1:24 to go here in the first half. Chase, nice look inside to Kid Evans Jr. Couldn't quite hang on to it, and he kicks it out to Chase, who calls a timeout.
Absolutely. Good timeout right there. I think I remember correctly on the men's side, you got to call a timeout before the second half or you'll lose it. You got to call it 30 or you'll lose it. Right here was a good timeout. Settle down, continue to come out, execute right out of this timeout right here. We'll be good to go.
1:14 to go before the half. Rob Jake, Coach Chase Campbell of the JSU women's basketball team. And Coach, when I asked Coach Reed about do you talk about your magic number, because that magic number is coming up right now to clinch the SWAC regular season.
The lack of size that we've employed in the first half. Saeed Burnside, Chase Bars, neither have entered the ball game to this point, and that's an advantage that the Tigers have taken advantage of through 19 play.
Yeah, we're shooting 8 of 25 from the field, 32%, 1 of 11 from three-point land. So we got to get that ball in the hoop. I mean, we say this all the time.
Yes.
The object of the game is to put that ball in the hoop. And you got to play defense, like Ray said.
1 minute remaining in the first half. Jackson State 34, Florida A&M 19. They're struggling with the basketball. They turn it over. Jackson State is going to attack there on offense, as they have really been knocking down their threes today and just getting through the progressions in their offense. And that ball is going to be turned over by Chase Adams. And the Rattlers get the ball with 42 seconds remaining in the first half.
He's a little quick guard. We talked about a few. He's so quick. He outquicked his own man that time.
Tell you what, something else that has to be said is that we played these guys to a 1-point game 3 weeks ago. Obviously, Coach Mo Williams went back into the lab and dissected what we did to them in that ball game and made some type of adjustments coming into today's game. And this team is very, very prepared.
There's a tie-up there as the shot was blocked by Jackson State. Possession arrow is pointing toward Florida A&M's basket. So the Rattlers will get this ball on the tie-up with 20 seconds remaining in the first half. Jackson State 34, Florida A&M 19. We're here at the Al Lawson Center here in Tallahassee, Florida. Keep wanting to say Jake Gaither. I guess I got Ken Riley on to my mind right now. He entered the NFL Pro Football Hall of Fame. And this campus is a buzz. 14 seconds remaining. 1 second on the clock. Marin launches a miss as Jackson State is going to control the basketball with 5 seconds left in the game. Another three launched. And it's going to be rebounded by Jackson State. And that's where we're in at the half. Jackson State up 34-19 over Florida. And you're in tune to the Rattler Sports Network, presented by Visit Tallahassee.
Jackson State here in the first half.
Yes, it has. We're defending really, really well, and we're getting stops. Great block right there.
Wow. Ball
now we're on the floor. Oh, yeah. 50-50 balls. We got to have those. We dove on the floor. We got 3 Jackson State guys on the floor right there, and everybody else coming to pick them up. That's what you talk about every single day, about building the right habits, doing the right things. That's championship winning basketball.
And the possession arrow points towards FAMU. They'll have it with 8 seconds on the shot clock and 20 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, no, we get it one more stop right here again. Again, it's another shot getting ready to be taken by FAMU with under 10 on the shot clock. We've had several possessions this first half where FAMU has to execute their offense with 10 or less on the shot clock. You do that a lot of times, you're going to come out with a win.
Noah Marin will trigger the ball in for FAMU, gets it to Jordan Tillman.
Under 5 on the shot clock.
They got to put it up. Noah shoots for 3. It's no good. Jackson State with a rebound, and 8 seconds left. Mo wants some points. Here's Cote for 3. It's no good, and that will end the first half of play.
We thought we had a chance to get another one out, but we fumbled it. But that was a great first half of play. Up 34-19. We've defended our butts off in this first half.
Wow. Well, Coach, I really wish you could stay the entire way. I don't know when you guys are leaving.
I'm not sure either. I'm waiting on somebody to send a smoke signal, a bat signal, or something to say we're leaving out of here. But as soon as I see everybody stand up and get ready to move, we'll move with them.
All right, Coach. Well, if they leave you now, it ain't going to hurt my feelings.
Now, Rob J., now listen, I don't know if I'll have a ride to the next destination if I sit here longer with you now. So, as my grandmama used to say, you better make sure you always in the car that brought you. So, I'm going to make sure I'm on that bus.
You know what, Coach? You are exactly right, because we have a young man on this staff who I won't call Calvin Sykes' name. We flew him here, and we didn't see him no more.
Man, he must have rented him a car and kept it pushing, Rob J.
And that's what I told him. Coach, you're exactly right. You leave with the person you came with.
Absolutely, absolutely. He didn't get the memo. And Rob J., it looks like the people on the vehicle that I came with at the party.
Oh, so, let me go. Look at this.
As always, it's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed every single aspect of it. I love doing this with you, Rob J., and I'm so thankful and so blessed that you asked me to join you. But I got to leave.
Coach, I appreciate it.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
You have a great rest
of
the time.
Yes, sir. You too, Coach.
Make sure you get on that car that brought you here. Hey, listen, if I don't see you in Daytona, I know what happened.
You'll see me.
And I'm going to send the people to come find you.
Yes, sir.
So we got to have Rob J. right here. Look like we're going to sit here and watch the baby cheerleaders that done came out. They doing a real good job. Look at them. They just also.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Sorry about that. Anyway, we're at halftime. What do you guys think about Jackson State so far? I think they should be up by way more. This game, I mean, of course they're up but they're not up. They should be up by like 30 points. Too many turnovers, too many missed opportunities. This should be a stat padding game for a lot of our players, and it's not. Our leader on the board only has, let me refresh this, but it says that he only has 9 points. Ken Evans. Romel Manziel, he has 8 points, and Zeke Cook has 6, and it should not be that low. With rebounds, Zeke Cook only has 5, Romel Manziel has 4, Ken Evans has 4. Like, let's see. Low scoring with steals. They're not too bad on the fouls. But I think overall Jackson State has their work cut out for them, especially if we're planning on being competitive in the SWAC tournament. If you're going to be competitive in the SWAC tournament, you cannot have all these misplays. Like, some of these points, I've seen them miss layups. You can't miss a layup. If you steal the ball, you can't miss those points either. So I'm expecting for this second half, I'm hoping that they can make those adjustments. For Mansell to be so big, he's not very aggressive to me. He can do a lot better. So these are our points overall. I'm going to drop it in the chat so you can take a look at it. It just basically has all the different stats. I'm sure that they probably have more missed shots on here than they do actual like completions. We're going to get it together. Jackson State is 75% for free throws. So that shooting at 75% is good. The only person that has went to the line is Evans. Wow. So that means that overall everybody's fouling Evans. Evans also is shooting 3-pointers. I would like to see Menzel convert under the basket. Like, you're too big for all that. I don't even see anybody his height again. There's nobody his height on the FAMU team that I can see. So using your body and your height to your advantage. It says when you compare other basketball games in either HBCU or PW, it's about the same. Okay. So number 8, Virginia is beating Duke 25-27 at the half. Okay. Well, I think the reason why I want to see such a large gap is because FAMU is so bad. And Jackson State has repeatedly in the half, we know that for the second half, the men's team does not usually do good in the second half. In the second half, we always see Jackson State. I don't know what happens at halftime. They always give away a lead. So what I mean by saying they need to be up by 30 and 40 points, it's because they do absolutely abysmal and horrible in the second half. I think they've actually lost 2 or 3 games where they were up by double digits in the first half and they give away the lead. You turn around and it's like, what the heck? And then it says, do you know what happened to Gabe Watson, the starting point guard for JSU at the start of the season? I have not heard. I don't know if anybody in the chat knows what happened to Gabe Watson or why he's no longer the starting point guard for Jackson State. If anybody knows, they can drop that in the chat. I will say this. We're getting the next game that they have to play. They have to play Bethune-Cookman. Bethune-Cookman is a much better team than FAMU. Did the woman win? Is that a trick question? You know they won. Come on now. No, but yes, the woman won. The women's basketball team, let me see. They won. They had a low scoring game as well, 68-53. Very low scoring game today. But I will say this, Liz Martino, she had a little off game today. She wasn't able to convert or play well, so hopefully they'll get that rectified by the time they have to play Bethune-Cookman. But if you look at the stats, Bethune-Cookman is right up there with Jackson State as far as in the hunt. They're 5-6. And we will be doing SWAC and MEAC, it's called Around the SWAC and MEAC, and that's part of Doc Holliday's part of the show. He'll be going through all of the teams and who won and who lost today. So if you have free time tonight, check that out. But overall, I definitely want to see for the second half, Ramel Mansell, he needs to get some more points, more blocks, more steals, and more rebounds. Z Cook had 5 rebounds, so hopefully we'll see more defensive rebounds and blocking. So instead of this being kind of like an exhibition game where you're really just, honing in on your on your talent and honing in on what you're good at, we're seeing Jackson State get exposed, and it's not good. Like these types of games where you're playing, like, sorry to say it, not to be rude, Mississippi Valley State or FAMU, these are opportunities where you're supposed to take advantage of the fact that you're playing a team that's not as good as you. And some might call it stat padding, but that's the time where you want to take advantage. So, oh yeah, I love listening to Rob J. Yeah, I try to link it so that I could basically mute the basketball game and listen to Rob J, but it doesn't work.
Tied for 6th place on the men's side. You got Alabama A&M, Bethune-Cookman, Prairie View, and Alabama State all tied at 5 and 6. So still a lot of basketball to be played. Jackson State in a good position right now, but they do need a win in the worst way. We'll take another 2-minute break and come back with the start of the second half. Second half, Jackson State leading the Rattlers 34-19. We're back after this 2-minute break on the Tiger Sports Network.
Yeah, so, we need to convert because we play Bethune-Cookman, and Bethune-Cookman is 5 and 6. And so definitely want to be in the top 3. And I'm going to play the band because that's what they do at the halftime. They play the band. So let's listen to the Sonic Boom of the South. Let's see if I can get a video from the Sonic Boom of the South for our halftime show.
That's what I'm saying.
Close to within 14 of Jackson State as Tillman knocks down the second of 2 shots, and it looks like Florida A&M is going to get this ball back. Al, a nice start for Florida A&M.
Yeah, bad ball back. Hopefully turn it in these arrows into buckets.
19 minutes, 36 seconds remaining in the second half. Jackson State 34, Florida A&M 21. As Jackson State came out shooting the ball well from the three-point.
They actually shot 41%. The Rattlers were 1 of 13 from three-point land, 8 of 27 from the field. With Jackson State 13 of 29 from the field.
19 minutes, 27 seconds remaining here in the second half as Byron Smith launches from deep. Make that correction on that play.
Hans Louise Jr.
Yes. Ray, we were talking about the Rattlers' performance in the first half. Your assessment of the Rattlers' play in the first half?
I think it was a lack of a performance in the first half, more so than their performance in the first half. Ugly half of basketball from FAMU.
Tell us how you really feel, Ray.
Yes, Ray.
Well, I think the score indicates just what we said there.
That score, 34-22. Jackson State up over FAMU with 19 minutes and 21 seconds. At the line for Florida A&M is Hans Luis Janu. He's a 6'6", 180-pound junior out of Lake Worth, Florida, a transfer of Northwest Kansas Technical College. Rattlers closed to within 10, 19 minutes, 18 seconds remaining. Here in the second half, as Jackson State holds on to a 34-24 lead over FAMU.
Tell you what, we're still in the ball game. We're only down 10. Just like it, put together some stops and scores, and we're going to be right there.
Now, Al, Jackson State, as we talked about them earlier, they've really put the ball up from the three-point line as they launch from the baseline. And the Rattlers are off and running right now. As Janu looks to score, and Bates from 3 and knocks it down. Big shot by Jalen Bates.
We needed that bad. I tell you what.
This is exactly the start that we needed in the second half.
Absolutely.
To get back in this thing. We've already cut the lead over half.
8:25 seconds remaining in the second half. Jackson State 34, Florida A&M 27 as the Rattlers get a 3 from Jalen Bates to get back into this ball game.
Jackson
Nice to be
State
here in the
men's
friendly
gonna do
confines
is
of Al
give
Lawson
away a
Center.
lead.
The Marching 100 is here along with a lot of fans as Jackson State gets points. Ken Evers Jr., who knocks down the shot.
6'4" guard, 195, redshirt sophomore out of Jackson, Mississippi.
17 minutes, 53 seconds remaining in the second half. Here's a 3 by Janu. And he knocks it down. Big shot by that young man.
It's pulled within 6 here. Really good start second half.
17 minutes, 36 seconds remaining in the second half. FAMU has fought back to within 6 of Jackson State. 3 launched, 3 missed. Rebound going to be controlled in there by the Tigers, but there's a tie-up on the play there, and we're going to wait call. It looks like they're going to call a foul, are kicking the ball against one of the Rattlers. So Jackson State will retain possession of the ball. Checking in for Florida A&M is Jordan Chapman, along with Byron Smith, as the Rattlers surging to within 6 of Jackson State.
Dominguez Stevens must be hurt, Ray. I mean, he's deep on the bench, and he's moving slow. I mean, something must be wrong.
Well, that's one explanation.
I'm trying to manufacture something here
as to why he hasn't played today.
Absolutely.
Dominguez Stevens, the 6'6", 180-pound junior out of Washington, D.C., a transfer of Seton Hall, hasn't played today for Florida A&M. And he's one of the key Rattler scorers. He's averaging 8.5 points per game. At the line for Jackson State is Cody Young, 6'2", 211-pound sophomore out of Stockville, Mississippi. He knocks down his shots as the Tigers extend to an 8-point lead, and they go to full court pressure on Florida A&M. Steele, as they go for this ball, Rattlers are going to turn it over, and Jackson State turn it up a notch on defense for Florida A&M. 17 minutes, 7 seconds remaining in the second half. Jackson State 38, FAMU 30. I'm Melvin Beal here along with Albert Chester and Ray Matthews, as the Rattlers are taking on a Jackson State team that's ranked 5th in the conference, that come in with a 7-17 record, 6-5 in the SWAC, and they're playing good basketball under first-year coach Mo Williams, as Manziel makes a big man move down low.
Well, Mel Manziel, 6'9", forward. He's a junior out of L.A., California. They were playing real physical inside and putting that ball in the hoop.
And again, we're unable to match that physicality. We've essentially got small forwards in there trying to guard this big guy.
Manziel.
You know, Mel, you mentioned that Dominguez is only averaging just over 8 points a game, but the other factor to that is he's doing that in just 13 minutes a game.
Yes. Oh, so almost a point a minute, huh?
Yeah.
I get it. 16 minutes, 41 seconds remaining in the second half. Jackson State extends to an 11-point lead, 41-30, as Florida A&M tries to fight back in. There's been a foul called down low against the Tigers, and Florida A&M will visit the free throw line. At the line for the Rattlers is Jordan Chapman, a 6'5", 208-pound sophomore out of Birmingham, Alabama, a transfer of Shelton State Community College. He's set to take the first of 2 shots for Florida A&M. First shot is up. First shot is good, as the Rattlers close to within 10 of JSU.
Rattlers have been trying to eat away at the lead. The biggest lead has been about 16. So we're within 10 for a minute there. It was 8.
And he knocks down the second shot. Florida A&M pulls to within 9, as Jackson State is holding on to a 41-32 lead. 16 minutes, 28 seconds remaining in the second half in this key Southwestern Athletic Conference matchup. Rattlers extending their defense, looking to slow down this Tiger offense. And they played well. Someone has lost a shoe for Jackson State. That shoe belongs to Ken Evans Jr. He hasn't been able to retrieve it. Here's Smith with the jumper, and he connects for the Rattlers.
Nice pull-up jumper there by Byron on the break.
15 minutes, 54 seconds remaining in the second half. Jackson State 41, FAMU 34. Shot launch. And Jackson State is going to get the long rebound as Chase Adams will set up this Tiger offense. 14 seconds remaining on the shot clock for the Tigers as they look to get something going. Here's Adams. Shot partially blocked. Menzel gets it out to a Tiger, and it looks like the ball is going to go out of bounds off one of the Rattlers. Timeout has been called on the floor with 15 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in the second half. Jackson State 41, FAMU 34. You're in tune to the Rattler Sports Network, presented by Visit Tallahassee.
Now's a great time to visit Tallahassee, Florida, a city full of rich history and culture. Come explore the art of renowned contemporary Black artists. Sip a craft brew at a local award-winning brewery and dine on some of the South's best tasting and mouth-watering Black art.
And Jackson State's going to have to call a timeout so Ken can get his shoe. The cheerleaders have it. Okay, now he's on the side putting his shoe on. Here's Chase for three. It rooms out. Rebounded by Colty. Jackson State leading 41-34. Here's Chase. Shoots. Had it partially deflected. Ken Evans for three. It's no good. Ball went out of bounds. Last touch by the Rattlers. And we have a timeout on the floor with 15:27 to go. It's Jackson State 41. The Rattlers 34. We'll take a 1-minute break and come back to Tallahassee on the Tigers.
Interesting conversation in the chat with regards to recruiting for Jackson State and what Coach Mo has done in his first year. I just think that if he didn't give up that lead in the second half, a lot of these games would be different. We're looking at Jackson State being possibly in second or comfortably in third place for some of these games that took place that were so close, and it came down to, once again, turnovers, not converting, and the other team capitalizing off of Jackson State's mistakes. So it's good to see that they're able to hold on to this lead. I'm hoping that they can expand it a little bit more. We need this lead to maintain.
Try to combat the size inside of Jackson State.
And as we mentioned, we haven't seen Dominguez Stevens, one of the big-time scorers, as a big-time shot knocked down by Jordan Tillman as the Rattlers closed it within 4.
So that was a nice shot. He got a good look right as the shot clock was getting ready to go off. Nice three-point shot.
I'm going to need some more of that.
Definitely. 14 minutes, 29 seconds remaining in the ball game. Jackson State 41, Florida A&M 37. The Rattlers have fought back to close to of Jackson State. Inbound, nice shot down low by the Tigers as they will extend to a 43-37 lead on a nice shot by Cody Young.
The excellent inbound play designed by Mo Williams.
14 minutes, 14 seconds remaining in the basketball game. Jackson State 43, Florida A&M 37, as the Rattlers are looking to play with some inspired energy here as Tillman is wrapped up on the baseline. Bayless drives down the lane, and he's going to be hit. And I thought he was fouled on that play as Jackson State will turn this ball over.
Well, Melvin, you thought he was fouled because he was fouled.
Yeah, he was fouled.
13 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the second half. Jackson State 43, Florida A&M 37, as the Rattlers have fought back in. They've been down by as much as 16, but they have been playing well here in the second half as they look to generate offense.
I'm like, Ray, this is a football game on a basketball court. We don't play them till next September.
Right. Smith with the jumper. As the Rattlers close to within 3.
Byron Smith continues with the hot hand there for the Rattlers.
Yeah, he has a nice soft shot.
Yes.
Not a whole lot of rotation on the ball, but a nice soft shot.
3 launch, 3 miss. Menzel with the rebound for Jackson State, looking to get something down low. Miss says there's going to be a foul down low on one of the Rattlers. That will send the Tigers to the line.
I don't know. I don't know, Ray. I mean, that should be an offensive foul. I mean, hey, pass out the shoulder pads and helmets.
After he pushed the man underneath the goal, literally to take the shot.
Yes.
They're going to call a foul on FAMU.
At the line for the Tigers is Romel Menzel, a 6'9", 215-pound junior out of Los Angeles, California, transferred from Long Beach State. He's played well today for the Tigers, and at 6'9", he's one of the taller players on the court. The Tigers are coached by Mo Williams. In his first season with the Tigers are 7-17, 6-5 in the conference. Right now, they're ranked number 5 in the SWAC. 13 minutes remaining in the basketball game, as Jackson State has extended to a 4-point lead as the Rattlers turn this ball over. And guys, the Rattlers are in this ball game.
Ray talked about it. Yeah, we were just a few shots away and played some good defense, made some points. We're only down by 4.
Yeah, got to take care of the ball, though. That's a careless turnover there, that last possession by Noah.
You know, we're talking about trying to make conference play. When you get to the conference, it's a brand new season.
Right.
Anything can happen.
Byron Smith just got hit in the face and went down. He's hurt. He's going to have to come out of the game for a second.
That's a good call, Ray.
Again, no call, clearly. He took a shot to the face.
Officials have halted action on the court with 12 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in the game. Jackson State 44, Florida A&M 40, as the Rattlers have fought back. They were down by 16 in the first half, but they look like a different team here in the second half. A team that's inspired to go up against this 5th-ranked team in the conference, Jackson State. Luis,
nice
bank shot.
Got a little money in the bank.
That's right. Hans took advantage that time.
Size differential,
yeah. Chase Adams is only about 5'10". Hans about 6'4". He just backed him down and went over the top of him.
Chase is actually 5'8", man. If he's 5'8", I'm 6'3".
Well, their SID at Jackson, he's doing them some there with
nice pick.
Definitely. 11 minutes, 51 seconds remaining in the ball game. Florida A&M has fought back to within 2 of Jackson State. There's a timeout on the court with 11 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the game. Jackson State 44, Florida A&M 42. You earning 2.
Here's Zeke Cook working at right baseline. Bounce pass it to Manziel, who wasn't ready for it. Noah has it. And the official stop play. Mo trying to tell Zeke not to go with the bounce pass to a big man. So on the floor for Jackson State, you got DeMarcus Jones, Romel Mansell, Chase Adams, Colter Young, and Zeke Cook. They are your Jackson 5. 12:37 left to play here in the second half. Jackson State has led the entire way. FAMU has not led in this game at all. The Tigers' lead is dwindled down to 4 at 44-40. FAMU trying to turn around. Shot off the glass. It's good. And that cuts Jackson State's lead to 2 at 44-42 with 12 to go. Chase Adams with the basketball for Jackson State. Chase being played by Jordan Tillman. Chase dribbles to the right wing. 11 to shoot. Oh, another steal by FAM. They almost had it, but it went out of bounds. Alex Andrews couldn't hang on to it, and we have a timeout on the floor. Wow. Jackson State 44, FAMU 42. We'll take a 1-minute break. This is the Tiger Sports Network.
JSU welcomes Porter's Insurance as a proud sponsor of JSU.
What is happening right now? What is going on? This don't make no damn sense. And right before they started, I said they need to be up by 30 because they give away the lead in the second half. And at this point, it's Jackson State because every single team cannot have the jump on you for the second half. What is going on that you're blowing the lead? What is going on? Oh my God.
Oh, nice block by Jalen Bates as the Rattlers are running. Tillman one-on-one gets the ball over to Hans Luis. He gets the ball back and he shoots, misses. Bates on the rebound, score for Florida A&M. Big play, big play.
They finally called a foul. That was the fourth foul on that possession there, but they called that one and we get an and one opportunity.
11 minutes, 6 seconds remaining as we have a tie score here in the Al Lawson Center. Florida A&M has fought all the way back from a 16-point deficit to tie this score. At the line for the Rattlers is Jalen Bates.
Rattlers showed a lot of persistence on the offensive glass there.
Bates knocks down the shot, and the Rattlers extend to their first lead on the day as they go up 45-44. 11 minutes remaining in the game. Rattlers turning it up on defense as they are back in this ball game, leading this ball game. Chase Adams down to Menzel as they score easily down low.
Ray, what park are we playing in, man? It's got to be some park basketball right here. This is not college basketball. Where are we playing?
Well, hey, this is
this Gaper Park,
Lawson Park,
over by Garby.
Yeah,
high school. Come on, man.
10 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the game. Jackson State holding on to a 1-point lead, 46-45 over Florida A&M as the Rattlers extend their defense to meet Chase Adams, the point guard, who's had a really good game for the Tigers today. Tigers looking to make something happen, and they're going to get a shot, and the shot is going to be rebounded down by the Rattlers, and they'll push this basketball as Noah Marin gets it to Bates. Bates over, three-pointer missed by the Rattlers as Jackson State holding on to a 1-point lead.
That was a good look, though, from Hans. Just didn't go down, but it was a good look.
Three-pointer launch. It's going to be rebounded in there by Hans Luis. Rattlers setting up their offense, looking to take the lead again. Jalen Bates over to Marin. Marin down over in the corner to Luis.
10 seconds on the clock. Got to get one up.
Definitely 6 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Tip to work. Shot up, shot down as FAMU extends to a 1-point lead.
That's a tough shot right there.
Sweet step back right there.
Taking their time, being patient, waiting for the good look. Step back.
Rattlers energized after taking the lead. Chase Adams at the top of the key as Jackson State looking to score. Menzel down low. He's been effective down there, and he's going to score again with a possible 3-point play. Guys, what did you see on that play?
Hey, it's a man playing with boys. However, if you're allowed to dip your shoulder in drive block, it makes it a whole lot easier to score the basketball.
8 minutes, 53 seconds remaining in the basketball game.
Hey, I say, give CJ a jersey. Man.
Give CJ a jersey.
Let CJ get it on this.
Yeah, he will not move CJ.
No, he wants CJ. Is Clement Johnson.
He went out.
He's a man with the banner up here at the Al Lawson Center. played here when Florida A&M was playing in the SIAC, went on to play for the Philadelphia 76ers, won a championship with Dr. J. He's here in the house, back supporting the program, and Coach McCullough. Florida A&M down by 1 to Jackson State, 8 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the basketball game. Chase Adams extends his defense as Marin at the top of the key is going to be hit in the face right there. And I don't think they're going to consider that a flagrant, but it was a wicked shot to the face administered by the Jackson State player.
I'm just glad that they made the call.
Yes.
There's been more contact than that today that's not been called, so we'll take it.
8 minutes, 33 seconds remaining in the basketball game. Jackson State holding on to a 48-47 lead over Florida A&M in this key Southwestern Athletic Conference matchup. Jackson State ranked number 5 in the SWAC. Florida A&M ranks number 11. But the Rattlers have gotten some really good play today from Tillman and Bates. Bates in three-point range. Gets the ball over to Smith. Smith pull-up jumper and knocks it down as the Rattlers retake the lead.
I'll tell you what, Byron's been the go-to guy offensively for the Rattlers for the majority of the afternoon.
8 minutes, 5 seconds remaining in the second half. Florida A&M 49, Jackson State 48. They go to Mazzell. Nice dunk on the alley hoop by Jackson State.
Chase Bars got lost defensively that time. Completely lost contact with this guy and gave up an easy bucket.
7 minutes, 44 seconds remaining in the basketball game. JSU up 50-49 over Florida A&M as Marin shoots. Rebound down by Bars. And there's Mr. Bates. The helicopter rises for 2.
I tell you what, he can jump out the gym, man. He's an athlete.
Jalen Bates with the follow. 6'7", 215-pound junior out of Atlanta.
His backdoor pass.
They looking for Mansell, who's been effective today.
Good help defense that time by Hans Lee on the big guy.
7 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the game. We have a timeout on the floor. Florida A&M has fought all the way back and is up 51-50 over Jackson State. You're in tune to the Rattler Sports Network, presented by Visit Tallahassee.
I don't know. I've never seen that before. All right, so they get it into Noah, being played by Cook. Jackson State's lead remains at 1, 48-47. Under 9 minutes to go. JSU held his team to 19 points at halftime. FAMU now trying to penetrate. Smith in the lane, puts it up, and it's good. Bam back out in front now. 49-48. And back and forth we go here in Tallahassee.
The sound is out on the stream, but that's not me. So let me see if I can fix the sound. It's out, but that's not my stream. It's out on the FAMU side.
Have a timeout on the floor. 7-11 to go. Jackson State trailing 51-50. We're back after this 1 minute break on the Tigers.
Here on the campus of Florida A&M, we had a couple of technical difficulties there. 7 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the basketball game. Florida A&M nursing a 1-point lead over Jackson State. Florida A&M will get the turnover with 7 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the game. Again, we had some technical difficulties, but we're back with 7 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in the game. Florida A&M holding on to a 51-50 lead over Jackson State. This is significant, folks, because Florida A&M had to fight back after being down by 16 points.
Absolutely. We're showing a lot of grit today.
Bates drives, ball is stripped. Jackson State off and running. They're looking to score the basketball. Manziel, who has had a great game for the Tigers. He's the 6'9" center out of Los Angeles, California.
And their leading scorer tonight so far with 18.
6 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Raps extend their defense. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Nice drive in there. Nice putback. For the Tigers, Jamarcus Jones with the follow.
Poor defense there by the Rattlers as we gave up baseline. Easy bucket there for the Tigers.
6 minutes, 22 seconds remaining in the ball game. Rattlers trailing Jackson State 52-51. Rattlers have come alive here offensively, but that was created by great defensive pressure by these Rattlers. We're looking to get into their offensive play. Here's Bates. Nice shot from the baseline as the Rattlers regain the lead 53-52 with 5 minutes and 56 seconds remaining.
It's a nice offensive set right there by the Rattlers. Finished off by a smooth jumper there from Jalen.
Florida A&M extending their defense at the top against Jackson State. Down to Manziel. Florida A&M has had trouble containing him today. He'll go to the line after being fouled by one of the Rattlers.
Well, let's make him earn it at the line. Let's not give up any layups.
Definitely.
Yeah, Chase is playing some good D on him, making him work. And I'm like Ray, I mean, if he's going to get anything,
make him earn it.
Make him earn it.
Definitely. At the line for the Tigers is Romel Mansell, 6'9", 215-pound junior out of Los Angeles, California, a transfer of Long Beach State, as he knocks down the first of two shots and tie this ball game at 53. Manziel set to take his second shot of two. And he extends the Tigers to a 1-point lead, 54-53. 5 minutes, 34 seconds remaining in the basketball game. FAMU playing well here in the second half. Have come back down from as many as 16 as the Rattlers look to get into their offense. Bates has scored a couple of key baskets here in the second half to help the Rattlers. Here's Tillman being pressured, and they're going to throw this ball up. He gets it off just before the shot clock, but the Tigers corral the rebound, and Chase Adams is going to slow the ball down and get the Tigers into their offense.
It's a terrible offensive possession there by the Rattlers. A lot of standing around, being very stagnant.
Manziel, the leading scorer, shoots a hook and gets it to drop as the Tigers extend to a 3-point lead with 4 minutes and 36 seconds remaining in the game.
Manziel leads all scores with 22 thus far. Real physical inside with Manziel.
A lot of contact.
4 minutes, 23 seconds remaining in the second half. Jackson State up 56-53. Rattlers, 9 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Three launched by Byron Smith. He's going to miss it, and it's going to be corralled there by the Tigers as they look to get into their offense. 4 minutes, 7 seconds remaining in the game. Jackson State 56, Florida A&M 53. Tigers looking to get Manziel involved again. He scores down low, and we don't have an answer for him, guys.
Not at all. None whatsoever.
He's having a career night. I don't know what he's been doing, but he's got 24 points right now. 24 of the 58 at Jackson State points.
He's been busy. 3 minutes, 37 seconds remaining in the second half. 17 seconds remaining on the shot clock as they look to score the basketball. It's over to Smith. Smith looking to do something with it, and he gets the ball over to Tillman. Tillman looking in three-point range. He's going to get this ball to Barnes with 4 seconds left. He's going to try to get this shot off near the free throw line. He misses, and this ball is going to be rebounded by Jackson State.
And the Tigers are going to a zone. And it's got our guards perplexed here as to what to do against it. I don't understand it.
Jackson State looking to increase their lead. They get it back down to Manziel, and he misses the shot, grabs his own rebound, gets it over to Chase Adams in the corner. Back to Manziel. Manziel looks up, pulls up, and he misses. And this ball is going to go out of bounds. It looks like it's going to be going out of bounds on the Rattlers. With 2 minutes and 44 seconds remaining in the basketball game. Jackson State 58, Florida A&M 53. You're in tune to the Rattler Sports Network, presented to you by Visit Tallahassee.
Trust, loyalty, and commitment. It's the Tallahassee Police Department's core values that led me to join the force 7 years ago. My name is Officer Justin Hill. TPD is looking to hire individuals with a willingness to serve. We offer up to $11,000 in hiring bonuses, competitive salary, and benefits. Be the difference you want to see. Apply today online at talgov.com/join TPD.
Get great seats, safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. Choose great seats from over 125,000 live events, all backed with a TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Get your tickets smarter at ticketsmarter.com.
Ram Construction and Development, LLC, has been a true supporter of Florida A&M University and their athletics program over the years. With the goal of being a trusted partner to their clients, Ram approaches every construction project with care. FAMU can attest to that because they completed the Bragg Memorial Stadium renovations ahead of time and within budget. RAM is a proud member of the North Florida chapter of ABC, the Associated Builders and Contractors, and has made a significant impact in the North Florida construction market. To learn more, visit ramflorida.com.
Right. The obvious. 2 minutes and 36 seconds.
Just to let you guys know, that's not me or my stream. That's the stream that's not playing the sound correctly. But Jackson State is now up 60-53. So that is good. Given the ball.
Welcome back here to the Lawson Center with 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining. Sorry for the technical difficulties we were having. Florida A&M trailing Jackson State 60-53 with 1 minute and 55 seconds left in the ball game. A drive by Luis down the middle. Rattlers are going to retain possession as Marin is tied up there. The possession play is pointing toward Florida A&M. Again, 1 minute and 47 seconds remaining in the basketball game. It looks like Jackson State is going to get this basketball.
There's a shot clock violation there.
Gotcha. 1 minute, 47 seconds remaining in the basketball game. Jackson State has extended to a 7-point lead, 60-53 over Florida A&M. And there's going to be a foul under the basket there. And one of the Jackson State players, that player, Zeke Cook, is going to go to the line for the Tigers.
Tell you what, down the stretch, the Tigers have proven to be the more physical and the tougher team on the floor today.
It's a good call, Ray. When you look at the current scores, Byron Smith leads all scores for the Rattlers with 15. Tillman has 12. Louise June has 12. And Bates has 12. Of course, Romel Mansell is the leading scorer for Jackson State with 24. Ken Evans coming at 13 and Young with 10.
At the line for Jackson State is Zeke Cook as he knocks down the first of two shots. He's a 6'6", 220-pound sophomore out of Starkville, Mississippi. Went to Northeast Mississippi Community College as the Tigers extend to a 62-53 lead over Florida A&M with 1 minute and 43 seconds remaining in the ball game. Rattlers looking to get in their offense. They're going to need to do something quick as Byron Smith gets the ball over to Tillman. Tillman works down the baseline. He looks, and he's going to shoot this ball over to Jalen Bates, who thought about a three, and he's being pressured. They're going to steal the ball and a breakaway layup for Ken Evans Jr. as the Tigers extend to an 11-point lead, 64-53, with 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining.
We can't be gun-shy by taking that shot, man.
Jalen Bates loses the basketball, and he's going to just lose it again. Out of bounds as Jackson State benches elated right now with their defense as they are up 64-53 over Florida A&M. We have 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining, and Jackson State is going to bring a couple of players into the ball game. And guys, what a missed opportunity here. Florida A&M was playing really well early.
Well, tell you what, you got nobody to blame but themselves. So poor execution, not taking care of the basketball. I think you got to really, if you're the coaching your staff, you got to examine what you're doing philosophically and whether or not it's going to be good enough moving down the stretch.
Kevion Hunt, the point guard on the basket for the Tigers, who corral the rebound. 43 seconds remaining in the game. As the Tigers attempt to run out the clock, they're going to be fouled in there by Jalen Bates with 38 seconds remaining in this ball game. Jackson State 66, Florida A&M 53. And guys, what happened? We were up by 1 at the 6-minute mark.
Well, you got to be tough. You got to rebound the basketball on the defensive boards. We didn't do that. Turned it over, key turnovers. And again, I just questioned some of the lineups. We went into these scoring droughts. We on the floor with really one offensive-minded player. So a lot of things to look at if you're a coaching staff, and you got to go back to the drawing board. You've got a tough Alcorn State Brave team coming in here on Monday evening, so you don't have a whole lot of time to sulk and hang your head. You got to pick up the pieces and keep it moving.
Got to learn how to finish. You got to play a complete basketball game. I mean, you're down by 16, you fight back, and you're up by 1.
Right.
And you got to find a way to finish. Not quite sure what's going on with Dominguez Stevens. He didn't get off the bench all night, and we had no answer for the big guy for Jackson State.
Yes. Romel Mansell, who's played well for Jackson State. 36 seconds remaining. Tillman down the lane is going to be fouled there. As the Jackson State Tigers have extended to a 67-53 lead in this ball game. And Ray, to echo your thoughts, you have a number 1 ranked Alcorn State team coming in here on Monday night. So the challenge for the Rattlers gets deeper as we move closer to the end of the season. Jalen Bates.
We talked about holding serve at home coming into the ball game, and just the opposite's happened. I mean, it's just been a very poor really an inexcusable effort at home. Now you've got the number one team coming in on Monday. You got some soul searching to do.
Bates at the line for Florida A&M, knocks down the first of two. He has gotten several points here in the second half. He's a 6'7", 215-pound junior out of Atlanta, Georgia, a transfer of Gadsden College. Knocks down the sixth of two as the Rattlers pull to within 12 with 32 seconds remaining in the basketball game. There's a timeout on the court as Jackson State has extended to a 67-55 lead over Florida A&M. You're in tune to the Rattler Sports Network, presented by Visit Tallahassee.
And that's exactly what Jackson State has done here tonight or this evening in Tallahassee. Great job by the JSU Tigers. Hit their free throws. Great job by Mansell. Kevion Hunt at the line, a really, really good free throw shooter. Hunt trying to extend the lead for Jackson State. And the first free throw is no good. There must be something to that. It's got to be. I just refuse to believe it. All right. Jackson State has come to FAMU and rocked these Rattlers. Kevion getting set for his second free throw. Tell you what, this Mansell could be one of the best players in the conference. If he continues to play like this, and I credit Tyler Adams and Trey Johnson for working.
Holding on to a 67-55 over Florida A&M. 27 seconds remaining in the game. Jackson State has a man wide open who's going to dunk the ball under the rim. That man is Zeke Cook, as the Tigers are going to get out of here with the win over Florida A&M as we get a three.
Could have used that one a little earlier.
A little bit earlier. 12 seconds remaining in the game. Jackson State up 69-58. They're going to hold on to this ball, and they're going to walk out of the Al Lawson Center with a win. Jackson State 69, Florida A&M 58, as the Rattlers fought back from 16 points down and actually took the lead late. You're in tune to the Rattler Sports Network. When we return, we'll have the AT&T postgame report. You're in tune to the Rattler.
Free throw by Jalen Bates because he knows that this game is all but over. JSU 65, FAMU 54, make it 55. JSU by 10. It's a 4-possession game with 32 seconds left, and Coach McCullum calls a timeout for the Rattlers. Great job by the Jackson State basketball staff and the basketball team to come into Tallahassee and get this win. Let's take a look at other scores now while we have this timeout, if we can. On the men's side, Alabama State leading Arkansas Pine Bluff 60-57. And that's good news for Jackson State because Pine Bluff and JSU tied, but JSU holds the tiebreaker after that win. Also, Alcorn State, the number one team in the league, leading Bethune-Cookman 51-45 with about 13 minutes left in that one. And later this evening, Texas Southern at Grambling, Prairie View at Southern, and Alabama A&M at Mississippi Valley. But here, Jackson State will come away with this victory. They have a 10-point lead now, actually an 11-point lead. I can't add a 12-point lead, 67-55 with 32 seconds left. And out of the timeout, JSU will inbound the basketball, and I'm sure Fam will foul quickly. I don't know why. because there's really nothing they can do trailing by 12 with 30 seconds left. They apply the pressure. They get it to Chase. Zeke will go in and throw it down, and that will be the exclamation point on this victory for Jackson State. Great job by the JSU coaching staff as Jackson State extends to a 69-55 lead. FAMU just with a basket a moment ago, making it 69-58. 9 seconds ago, and JSU will just dribble the ball out. Mo says don't take another shot. And Jackson State with this win tonight over these Rattlers of Florida A&M. Great job by Coach Mo Williams and the JSU Tigers. Wow. And we'll wait to see if Mo will come over to the side as Jackson State wins 69-58 over the FAMU Rattlers. Jackson State improves to 7-5 overall. They're in good shape for the SWAC basketball tournament with that 7-5 record. All right, we'll take a 2-minute break and we'll see if Coach Mo will come over to us. Jackson State wins 69-58.
If it's one thing that Jackson State men's basketball team is going to do, they're going to make you have high blood pressure. Even if you don't normally have high blood pressure, you're definitely going to have high blood pressure fooling around with them. And let me see, UAPB versus Bama State game. If PB loses, will be in sole third place. Okay. Let me see if I can get that game. I'm gonna see if we can listen to Coach Mo Williams post game with Rob J. It should be coming up here soon, and then we can tune into that game. You're welcome. And if you are in here, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button on the stream. Listen, how many of you guys were scared? If you were scared, put a emoji in the chat. If you was getting kind of antsy when FAMU got that close. I told you already, they are notorious. Jackson State is notorious for losing the lead. Like, it happens every single time. It happens every single time. And it's like, why are you guys giving away this lead? Like, if we could do gifts, mine would be the one where you put your hand over your head and you're just like, oh my God, why is this happening? The reason why it is so telling is because Jackson State was able to pull away that lead, and also Valley was not capitalizing off of Jackson State's mistakes. But if this is a UAPB or a Southern, it's not going to be like that. It's not.
Place.
Let's tune in to see if okay.
All right, FAMU drops to 4-8 in league play.
Let's tune in to
so
Rob.
JSU needed a win tonight against these Rattlers, and they did it. The big gun for JSU tonight, without a doubt, is Romel Mansell. Mansell down the stretch led JSU. They kept feeding Mansell the basketball, and he came away as the hero of the game and the player of the game tonight against the Rattlers. Jackson State opened the game with an 11-0 run, and they went into the half leading 34-19. But FAMU came right back in the second half. They went on an 8-0 run. They cut a 16-point deficit and took their very first lead at 45-44 after tying the game at 44. It would go back and forth. The lead would change hands. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times before JSU took the lead for good at 54-53 after two Romel Mansell free throws. Jackson State took the lead for good, and they never relinquished that lead, and they win it 69-58. Coming up on Monday night, Jackson State will travel to Daytona Beach, Florida, to play Bethune-Cookman. Well, that's it from here in Tallahassee. The JSU Tigers win 69-58. Was trying to wait to see if Coach Mo was going to come over, but my assistant, Kevin Sykes, is worthless, and he didn't get it. All right, Jackson State basketball has been a presentation of Jackson State University. Executive producers, Ashley Robinson. He's the Vice President and Director of Athletics. Also, our technical director has been
not Rob J calling his assistant worthless.
President Thomas Hudson. I'm Rob J saying so long from Tallahassee, Florida, here at FAMU. Jackson State wins 69-58. Join us back again on Monday when the Tigers and Lady Tigers will face Bethune-Cookman in Daytona Beach. Until then, so long, everybody.
And that is it for today's stream. Thank you guys all for tuning in tonight at around 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Central. I will be going live with Doc Holiday. So make sure to, if you have time, you can stop by. Thank you all for tuning in today. It was a great game. I'm so happy that it was a sweep. Jackson State women's and men's team won. Since there's only 4 minutes left, I guess we can go ahead and finish out, even though 4 minutes is more like 15 minutes. But basically, if I'm understanding this correctly, if UAPB wins this game outright, then no, if Bama State wins, then we're solid in third place. Is that what this is? Let me see. The SWAC standings. They probably don't have them updated yet. Oh, yes, they do. They hurry up and updated it. We're already in third place. Let's see. So based off of these standings right here, we're already in third place. So we're just waiting to see if our UAPB loses to Alabama State. If they lose to Alabama State, then we're going to solely be in first place. Or excuse me, not first place. Wishful thinking. Third place. That's not too bad. We're only we're 7-5. That's not too bad for a first year coach. But I think the biggest takeaway from this game is Mansell. Like, what is going on with Mansell? He is literally the answer to all the problems. I would definitely like to see Mansell take on the same role that Daphne White has taken on. Daphne White is someone that she's going to block shots. She's going to have defensive and offensive rebounds. And underneath when she's in the paint or underneath the basket, she's going to make it. They started feeding Mansell the ball late. And in reality, if it takes you feeding Mansell every time that he's on the every time he's playing, then that's what you need to do, because you really need to win. Like, that's the most important thing. And then it says, has anyone heard what happened? We're at the Southern game in Baton Rouge. They were losing very bad. Coach Mo got on them and Chase never came back out. Not sure. Could that account for why that lead shrunk so bad? Is because they took Chase Daniels out? That remains to be seen. I'm gonna go look at these stats real quick. Let's take a look at these stats. see. Look at that. Mansell scored 24 points. He had 7 rebounds. Zeke Cook had 8. Ken Evans had 7. See, this is see, that's the thing. We need to increase the number of blocks that we have going on here. There's absolutely no reason for FAMU to be able to block that many shots, especially since they don't have height on Jackson State. The steals, those were good. Nobody was in foul trouble, so that was good as well. So Mansell, he ended up scoring a total of 24 points, and basically that's what it took to win. Chase either quit or got kicked off the team. What? Somebody said that Chase Daniels got kicked off the team. I don't know. I haven't heard that. Let me go to the roster to see who you guys are speaking about. Hopefully, he didn't get kicked off the team. I haven't heard that, so Chase either quit or he got kicked off the team. Oh, wow. Nobody in the SWAT can stop Manziel. Well, Granny Ann, I don't know what happened to Chase. Or is that the wrong one? That's Chase Adams. Let me see. I didn't see. Is that who you're talking about? Let me see. I don't see anybody else on there, so that must be who she was talking about. Here is our MVP, Romel Mansell. He's 6'9", 195 pounds. He's from Los Angeles, California. That is our player of the game. So once again, thank you all for tuning in. I'm getting ready to close it down. And if you are available tonight, tune in to the HBCU Overdrive and SheLovesThee Saturday Night Live